The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Welcome to this Friday's edition of News on One. Here are the headlines. PDM allegedly reports NBC to media ombudsman. Local primary school raises nearly 20,000 Namibia dollars in a raffle competition. Ferreira's nursery shares the benefits of edible plants. And Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports. The Popular Democratic Movement said they are taking the state broadcaster, Namibian Broadcasting Corporation, to the media ombudsman for allegedly only covering the ruling party SWAPO's events and neglecting the opposition parties.
According to Venani, the national broadcaster hardly covers events hosted by opposition political parties, including the PDM, and in this regard labeled them as biased. He says that his party has since approached the media ombudsman to intervene and urge the NBC to desist from favoritism.
We want to be on record that we have reported the National Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, TV and radio to the media ombudsman, particularly because of the conduct that we are seeing. NBC is becoming a tool by the ruling party to disseminate information and propaganda of the ruling party and nothing else for other parties. One of the code of ethics for the Namibian media is to report all news accurately and fairly. It is a matter of great concern for us, the Popular Democratic Movement, that the national broadcaster NBC, which is funded and run with state resources, pride itself in covering its news contents in a biased manner. For too long, the PDM has taken serious note of NBC that hardly attends the PDM events in regions as well as in the central capital. When it does so, such events do not receive air coverages on time and sometimes not at all. Please, media, let the political actors play the game and may you report on the game. But these things that we are seeing, that some of the media houses wants to favor certain candidates, certain parties ahead of others, is not something that we are going to welcome, and it's not going to be tolerated.
Venani further accused NBC of censorship because it denies opposition parties their role to express themselves freely.
We are the official opposition of the Republic. We are the second largest political party in the country, but we are not receiving fair coverage. And I want to say the following, that what NBC does, and I address it at the same rallies where they attended, is the fact that they would listen to a whole statement that a leader or a politician makes, and they would take the easiest line to say, no, Venani was clapping hands for the poor. Simple editorial policy maneuvering to make sure that you don't get the gist of your message across to the populace. So NBC is denying the political actors our role to play fairly in our republic. For that matter, we have submitted a full complaint to Mr. Nakuta, who is the media ombudsman, to really discuss the questions of the code of ethics of the Namibian media with the NBC. That we are not going to allow NBC to punish us, to punish Namibians by not accessing fair information from all the sectors. So we are calling upon the national broadcaster and the media to play the game fairly. Let the politicians play the game. And we are very capable and able to play the game. Don't play the game for us. Let's report factually, fairly, with all political actors in the country.
News on One reached out to the media ombudsman, John Nakuta, who indicated that his office has not yet received any complaint yet. However, he will engage both parties once the complaint reaches his office. NBC indicated that they are also not aware of any complaints from the official opposition party.
There are data deals. And then there are Telecom Namibia data deals. And if you want the biggest data deal of all, you gotta get 31-day Jiva, which comes with a massive 50 gigs of data. Is it even possible to use 50 gigs of data in a month? You tell us. You also get 1,000 voice minutes and 400 SMSs. To get your hands on 31-day Jiva, dial star 130 star 780 hash and enjoy a month of mega data. Whoa, that's a lot of data, minutes and SMS. How much is that? Must be expensive. No, it's only 185 Namibian dollars excluding VAT. T's and C's apply. Telecom Namibia.
Sharing your world.
A parent to a learner at People's Primary School in Katutura won a sheep worth 2,000 Namibia dollars in the school's raffle competition. The school managed to raise 19,000 Namibia dollars during the 4-month fundraising competition, of which the money will go towards infrastructure development at the school.
Medukalo G is the winner of a live sheep. Medukalo G.
The raffle competition started in August this year. The winner of the first prize in absentia walked away with a sheep. The second winner is a grade 3 learner, Francina Levy, who won a microwave sponsored by Hi-Fi Corp valued at 2,000 Namibia dollars. Speaking to Today on One, the school principal, Patrick Huahub, said that the raffle competition was initiated by the school board members with the aim of raising additional funding for the school.
We made about 19,000, which tells you that at least around 12,000 came in as a profit. So we are grateful for the parent community. We are looking forward to 2023, where we are going to have a cow. This time around it was a sheep, but for 2023 we are looking forward to have a cow and other prizes. Initially, this is an initiative of the school board of People's Primary School, whom was elected on the 16th of February. They came up with an idea of let us fundraise for the school, and we did this as an initiative to raise funds for the school. All the learners at People's Primary School received a ticket, which was only 100 Namibian dollar. The teaching staff received 7 tickets, which was supposed to be 700, and then also the parent community contributed 100 Namibian dollars. So this initiative initially came from the school board so that we can enhance and beautify the school. Whatever needs are there so that we can plow those funds back.
Praise Chirimo, the third prize winner, expressed her joy after winning a 1,000 Namibia dollar.
My name is Praise Chirimo, and I was very excited when I had my name. And I'm gonna be celebrating everything, all my money, my mom. And my mom's gonna be so proud of me.
Wahub thanked the sponsors for coming on board, including Nambur, OK Foods, and Hi-Fi Corp, among others.
The floor manager of Ferreira's Garden Center told Agrian One that now is the best time to plant edible plants because of the rainy season. Gerard van der Pfeiffer explained that all edible plants at the Garden Center's nursery will be below 200 Namibia dollars up until mid-January 2023.
Van der Pfeiffer said these plants are ideal for weight loss, regulating vitamin deficiency, treating insomnia, anxiety, stress, and heart disease. The floor manager also explained that these include artichoke, chocolate mint, celery, coriander, oregano, sweet basil, purple basil, and bubikoff.
So artichokes need to grow into a nice big bush, and it starts making flowers after the second year or so, second to third year. And those flowers are really big, and those flowers are edible. And that is basically the fruit that you're going to eat is actually the flower itself. Coriander normally we have here. It's a little bit difficult to tell the two apart once they're small, but if they're bigger, you see. So just check the labels. We have oregano. Oregano is my favorite herb. Yeah, I love oregano. I love the taste of it. I love the smell of it. I don't make a pizza without it, but I love to putting it into my Italian foods, like your spaghetti bolognese, those type of things. Lovely, just lovely using oregano. There's so many different type of mints, and people use the mint for either in food, or they use it for teas, making nice minty teas. So you've got many different ones. You've got a normal one. You've got this one is actually one of my favorites, the spearmint. There's chocolate mint. There's apple mint. There's a pineapple mint. Many different kinds. I think it's 5 or 6 at least that we have on a normal day. So sometimes we get even more bizarre types of mints. So it's very interesting, and people can come here and just rub the leaf, and it will give you the scent of what it is. So you can actually smell the spearmint to the mint and the chocolate mint. You'll get a after smell that gives you a smell of chocolate, which is really nice.
Van der Vyver also outlined the differences between berries. For example, scientifically a strawberry is not a berry, while fruits like banana, tomato and blueberries are considered actual berries.
When you look at the definition that the scientists put down for what is a berry, they don't fall into that category anymore. But berries got their name way before scientists got to put something down. So they name strawberry, raspberry, all those type of berries. They are not really that, but the berry name came from a small edible soft fruit that you could pick and eat.
Van der Vyver said all edible plants at the nursery will be selling below $200 Namibian up until mid-January 2023. In addition, the smart fertilizer to use on edible plants is called Wonder Fertilizer, which is new on the market and contains superphosphate, is 80% organic and can be found at Ferreira's Garden Center.
All of these plants will grow very nicely in a well-drained, well-composted, rich soil. Okay, so use enough compost. Check the drainage. If you pour the water into the pot and it is not going away within a minute, then you don't have good drainage. We've got a herb mix that's already mixed that you can use. We've got a super mix that you can use for many of this type. It's well advised to use the correct soil and not just a poor soil with a little bit homemade compost. Use the right thing and use also the right fertilizer.
Christmas is about smiles on the faces of those we love. So, at Spar, every day until 5 December, we're giving Lucky Spar Rewards customers their shopping for free. And we have amazing savings, like Nestle Cremora for only $39.99 and Crossen Blackwell Tangy or Mild and Creamy Mayonnaise for just $34.99. Merry Christmas smiles from all of us at Spar.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. About 300 employees in the horse mackerel industry at Walfish Bay marched through the streets of the town last week to lobby on behalf of their employers to be allowed to catch in deeper water. The fishermen handed over petitions to different stakeholders in the fishing sector, including the Confederation of Namibian Fishing Association.
The workers, who are from the Prince's Brand Processing and Gender Fishing companies, demanded that their employers be allowed to fish from the allowed 70 meters up to the 200-meter zone depth, as the fish have migrated there due to cold weather.
How accurate are those scientists about the 100 meters, and what is the unrest method that will bring the unrest circumstances to the spawning of fish when some of the vessels have to catch within the 200 meters? I think once I have dreamed about this question. It is there a policy which stipulates the rules and the regulations. And all the terms and conditions are all gazetted when the vessel have to get within the 200-meter line. As per your address, on page 3 of 9 paragraph 2, that the fishing industry employ up to 15,478 people directly. How accurate is this number? As this number can fluctuate based on the economical and various industrial reasons.
Previous experience told and as that the recommendations and the proposals are mere imaginary ideas of a dream to transpire. How many implementations and classification of these challenges and opportunities are implemented? How shall our Namibian brothers and sisters have to suffer before action is taken? As the citizen of a unique country, Namibia, whereby everyone deserves tax haven.
Chairperson of the Confederation of Namibian Fishing Associations, Mati Amokwa, declined to accept the petition, stating that the companies are not members of the Confederation and it was therefore pointless to address the matter.
This is the wrong address. Number one, the companies you are mentioning here, they are not in any way affiliated to the Confederation. That's number one. I don't know whether they briefed you about this. Okay? So even if I take or accept your petition, I'm not going to do anything about your petition because they are not members of the Confederation. That's number two. So I don't want to talk a lot of things here. That's number one. And number two, about the position of the Confederation. And the Confederation's position remains, as I have mentioned it earlier. At this point, it didn't change, and it is as it is.
The employees further marched to the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare, as well as the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, to seek intervention from the two ministers. The workers were represented by the Namibia Fishing Industries and Fishermen Workers Union.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
Nontavera Disongoshira verera
Children born during the liberation struggle have given the government 2 months to recruit them in the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. Matthias described them as born soldiers. Angelina wants all Namibians to benefit. Ambrosia said they refuse to grow up as they are forever called struggle kids and not adults. Gift wished them all the best. Lina is not convinced that they are really struggling. And that's it from Comments Corner. Be sure to engage in our stories on our social media pages for broadcast only on News on One.
Saturday mornings have never sounded so good with radio's hottest couple, Adora and Ashawn, on your inspiration station.
99 FM.
The Black Africa Sports Club appointed longtime serving and football fanatic Jimmy Julie as the club's new interim chairperson. Julie's appointment comes after the club held an annual general meeting election on Wednesday this week. Julie replaces Dimbulukeni Nayoma, who resigned at the event as the club's chairperson. Nayoma, who was in charge of the Katutura football giants, took over club administration duties in 2021 following the passing of the legendary footballer and coach Lucky Richter, who was affectionately known as Bazooka.
Mixed feelings, to be honest, mixed feelings. I was surprised that my colleagues nominated me. But be as it may, I'm also excited to take the ship and navigate it in the right direction. As you know, the team got out of the blocks very, very slowly this season. We played 5 games so far, of which we lost 4 and drew 1. And it doesn't augur very well for the image of the team. So I've got a huge responsibility with my executive committee to ensure that this team get out of the relegation zone, and so we can fight at least for top 4 at the end of the season. Yeah, I mean, I would just like to urge the supporters not to panic about the position we're in today. We can guarantee them that we're going to get out of that very soon. Also, as I indicated to you, this was only our first home game. We know our next home game against Orlando Pirates is going to be a big one. And the boys don't need any motivation for derby. So I urge the supporters and the sympathizers of BA to rally behind the team and not to panic, so we can restore the team to its former great way it was before. And obviously, when you hear Black Africa, you know that it's a big brand, and you don't want to see the team in the position that it is. So I want to guarantee our supporters that the team will get back where it belongs.
And that's all the sports news we have for you. Please stay tuned for the weather forecast. We have come to the end of tonight's edition of News on One. Don't forget to catch the Omnibus tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. From me, Isai Sipunga, and the rest of the team, it's good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Husna Kukundakwe was the youngest athlete at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics. The teenager hopes her confidence and her resilience will inspire young people across the continent to follow their dreams.
My name is Husna Kukundakwe. I'm 14 years old. I am a power swimmer and a Paralympian. I first started swimming, just playing around in the pool at the age of 3. But I started professional swimming at the age of 12.
Got your feel-good vibes.
99 FM.
Jessica Lagranzi, Marketing Coordinator here for the Kostef Arts and Crafts Center in Swakopmund. We started our journey in 2009 already, and as part of
como Tavi, pensé en go high, or die.